Welcome to Miniezhhops How to Sculpt videos with myself, Elizabeth, and today we'll be making little succulents. I love seeing what you guys make, so if you share a photo with me, I can share them at the end of a future video. Alright, let's get to it.
You'll need some clay for your succulent, some clay for the pot, some clay for the sand or dirt, and any other colors you want your succulent to be. You also need a tool with a bald end, a metal bald end, but you can use your thumb for that instead. You'll want one with a tiny bald end, but you can also use a toothpick if you don't have that, a silicone dowel tool, and if you don't have that, you can also use a pen tip, and you might want a knife. Alright, we'll begin by making our pot. We'll warm up the clay first, and then we will roll our clay into a little ball. Once we have that, we'll roll it back and forth just a little bit between our fingers as we tap on the top and the bottom. Tapping on the top and the bottom and rolling back and forth. And once we have it looking kind of like a column, we will roll it, twist it on our work surface for the bottom. And then for the top, we will press it onto our bald end tool, kind of pull those upper edges around until it all looks kind of even. Then we'll pop it off. See, there's a nice indent. We'll take our sand or dirt color, about as much as you think will fit in there, roll it into a ball, and then flatten it between our fingers. Set it in that indent, like so. Take our silicone dowel tool and press in the center of the dirt. Then we'll take our little bald end tool and we'll just give little taps around the dirt, starting in the center and avoiding the edges until the very end. Alright, then going to the edges more carefully all the way around. Once we have that, we can set it down, make sure it doesn't roll away, and we can take our succulent color, warm it up, and then we're basically just going to pinch little pieces off to be about this big or smaller. So pinch the piece off, roll it into a ball, then roll it back and forth, giving a little more pressure to one side than the other, and it'll look like a tiny little teardrop shape. You can tap the edge around and then kind of pinch it between your fingers like this. Alright, rolling out that little ball, rolling it back and forth, giving it a little pinch, and then tapping the edge there. And then we're going to combine those two pieces together ever so slightly. A little tap like that, and we will do that step over and over again. You can expedite the process by making these little drops of the succulent first, like making a bunch of them first, but I like to just make them as I go, starting with one in the center and then working your way around. And as we move out further, we will start to make them a little bit bigger, just minutely bigger. And you can, once you put the succulent drops, plops, plops, whatever, around, make sure they go just a little bit lower than the previous layer. See how this is the center one and these ones are a little bit lower than it? Otherwise it just kind of looks like grass. If anyone knows the name of the little succulent plops, would you let me know in the comments below, please? Thank you. So rolling it and setting it there. We're gonna add these all the way around until you get almost to your last layer. And at that point we'll set it in our pot, but we will attach it prior to adding the last row. So just continue along. This is another fine detail, tedious process of sculpting, but it's really fun, I think, and I hope you do too. And I apologize for my nails. I keep them short because they get dirty from sculpting so much, so this is just from an afternoon of clay. Adding those, each layer, kind of where the little gap is from the previous layer. Alright, I'm getting close to the size I think that I would like. So I'm going to take it and just set it on my pot, centered about, and it might look a little bit like the top of a pineapple. We're going to take either our silicone dowel tool or a toothpick or our little bald end tool and just press ever so slightly the succulent into the dirt. So you can use your other finger just to add a little tiny bit of pressure back here so that you don't push it off of the pot, and just ever so slightly tap it down. And it's okay if it makes little marks because we're going to cover those. Alright, once you feel it's firmly attached, we're going to add the last little layer. Rolling and then setting it in there. Rolling and setting. Rolling and setting. And Before you do this part, if you notice that your succulent is too big or too small, you can always add more or take away. All right, awesome job. Don't forget to sign your name on the bottom. You can take a toothpick to do that, and I'd love to see the photos you guys make. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I hope you had fun and have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.